Hey everybody, Jason here. Happy Monday, or as happy as it gets. Um, so first of all, I totally missed Friday and Saturday's live stream. I got my booster on Friday, and I forgot how much that kicks your butt. So Saturday, I spent all day in bed. Well, not all day. The first part of it, I already had plans that I committed to with some friends to go to a show, and so spent the first, you know, 3/4 of day in bed recovering from the booster and that thing kicking my butt, and then put enough caffeine and alcohol in my system to tolerate the pain and stay awake for the show that we went to. Um, so we are back, but managing so many accounts is taking me so much time, and I have not even had a chance to post anything, particularly like all the rolling out that I've done. And it's very, very time consuming, figuring out where I can move things to be in line with my thesis, not and not taking any permanent losses on the account. So the couple places that I have found for my put credit spreads that were expiring um, even in January have been in June and January of next year. Um, it's not that I don't think that the stock price will recover in January. January, I believe, is going to be a huge month. We've had Elon tweet out that he'll pay 11 or over $11 billion worth of taxes. That's sort of an indication that he is done selling for the year, because with his current sales, that puts him just over $11 billion in taxes paid, even though he hasn't said it exactly that he's done selling. That's sort of an indication, and that is how people are taking it. Um, I can't put all my eggs in that basket, because any number above 11 billion is still above 11 billion, right? If it's 13 billion, it could be that's still above 11 billion. So, like I said, I didn't want to deal with any of the short-term nonsense. So I decided everything, like my 1100s, my $1,000, all that stuff, I would roll out to June and January of next year. That's where I was able to grab enough credit, um, or pretty close. Yeah, I think I was able to grab credit on most of those. So I was looking at 1075s in June, and 1350s in, I think, 1350s or 1375s in January of next year. So both those able to give me credit. And with last year's huge drop, I looked out, where did I see Tesla by the end of the year, and I saw it just absolutely not below 700. We would have been well above that had Elon not posted the Twitter poll. But we're still we're still a couple $100 above it, and I certainly was not prepared for a $350 drop from all-time highs, which is pretty ridiculous to have to manage. And I definitely made the mistake of opening up those other accounts, and my intention fully was to post all the plays on all the trades that I have on them. The very smallest account might end up getting blown up. I don't really know. But I had to take my time and manage my larger TD account and this Robinhood account. I have to protect hundreds of thousands of dollars before I protect hundreds of dollars. So that's what my time has been taken up with, on top of not feeling so well Friday, and just overall, right? This is just a kind of a kick in the gut, and maybe some reality checks that, yes, stock can drop by a third, and it can do it relatively quickly. So this has been a rough week, rough month, I'm sure, for absolutely everybody who has any money in the stock market. Unless you happen to buy puts, then you're doing pretty well, or playing some obscure name which happened to have done well over this past few weeks or months. So that's where I'm at. Got everything rolled out to not everything near term. I'll still keep my stuff below 900. Have some 860s, some 850s, and things like that. And at this point, I am going to play like this is the bottom today. Uh, if we if we drop much below here, and I'm not talking about 899, 898 or something like that. If it's 850s or something like that, that is when I am planning on leveraging, and I'll loan against equities that I own to purchase more shares, because the upside is just too much to not take advantage of as much as possible in my mind. So that is where we are at, and I've most of my today has been still getting things rolled out to those points. I want to do a full account update and show you guys every position and everything. I just am a bit limited on time today for that. I do have my regular job and still kind of getting caught up with that in the midst of everything going on in the stock market. So believe me, it's been a rough few days, rough few weeks. Not the best way to come off vacation and deal with all this stuff, but at least with the put credit spreads, that's given me the option to get those things rolled out, stay with my thesis, and protect my collateral as long as things do line up where I see them lining up. And that's how I'm playing it. And as far as the equity is concerned, I'm perfectly fine with that. We bought shares. I don't know what the highest amount I bought them at, probably $1,200. So, on those shares, we're down $300 on them. But to the upside, when things do kind of balance out, and what I'm seeing, what I think is going to happen over the next few weeks and most likely couple months. First of all, is just a digestion. Overall, market is upset right now. We do have the higher interest rates. We do have tapering going on. We do have Omicron. Even Jim Cramer picked it up. So we have all that. Some lockdowns, shutdowns. So that's just overall not great for the economy. The Build-A-Bear Workshop Biden plan, that got kicked out. So whether or not that's I think it is a positive for the economy short term. I'm not buying into it. I'd rather not see that go through personally. Just more spending that we don't really need. So we have all those things, right? And once it's all digested, right? And we get over it and we realize, okay, whatever this stuff is, it's just a part of life, and we're going to get through it to the other side and whatever the other side may be, then we're more poised for positive catalysts on individual stocks, on the overall stock market. And with Tesla coming out with several positive items in the next, it's literally going to be 4 or 5 weeks here. If Elon is in fact done selling, which it looks like, I don't think there's any selling today based on the volume. And with Texas getting opened up, Shanghai posted numbers, I believe today or last night, and those were the best ones ever. Shanghai is being expanded. I believe they did get a few semis shown, and maybe they're still semi-prototype, but those are supposed to be delivered this year, which is not, I don't think that's a huge catalyst. So most of them are going to be happening in January with the new delivery, new production numbers. Those are huge. And then we run into earnings and earnings expectations. If you're curious, I did see, if you check out Gary Black on Twitter, he's posted that. and the earnings expectations they've gone up, and production and delivery numbers have gone up with analyst expectations while the stock price is going down. So they've really had a huge divergence. So once those come to fruition, are actually reported, I see that after we've digested some of the stuff, being able to be a much bigger positive catalyst. So this is it. I think this is the bottom. I've seen other levels where I don't think we're going below, but I think this is the actual bottom, right? Not maybe 900, maybe 899, 898, whatever. We dipped down to 896 or something like that today. But I think this will be one of the very bottom days of Tesla going forward. So it looks like a good time to buy shares, a fantastic time to buy shares, a fantastic time to grab leaps, whatever you're interested in for the long term, as long as they have a bit of time on them. And of course, shares have an indefinite time frame. If we do happen to come down here, like anything much more than a few dollars dipping into the 800s, I've already made the decision. I will loan against assets that I have to purchase shares. Like, no question about it. I will take $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 out of whatever I need to, and just purchase straight up shares and margin that stuff. The gains are too great to be had during 2022, and even in a time of higher interest rates and all the negative things, I believe Tesla will absolutely thrive. Their margins are the best. The margins are insane, and they can raise prices, and they still don't, even with those things, with the prices being raised of their vehicles, the demand doesn't go down. So I think they're wonderfully poised for this next year, whether the economy is not so happy or if it's fantastic, like both ways. So I just think they're going to be a huge winner in 2022. And that's why I was able to move things out and be perfectly fine with it. I'm confident, comfortable, even though in the short term it's been gut-wrenching and difficult. That's where I'm at, guys. So no more booster shots for, I think, whatever, the next 6 months. So we should be able to do a regular live stream on Saturday and get some stuff uploaded. I've definitely been way slow on them in the short term, just because I needed that time to recover. So oh boy. Sorry. I'm in Seattle, and we have crazy people yelling. So on that note, I am going to get going, and we'll post an update tomorrow, and then hopefully on Saturday we can go live stream and just run through all of our positions where I've rolled out to. And hopefully some of this is helpful. But either which way, we are, even though we've lost over $100,000 worth of value in the short term, I absolutely feel lucky and blessed to be in the position to have the money to be able to lose or the value to go down in the short term. I mean, there's still people out there that don't have the extra few $100s for their medication, rent, food, whatever. So still feeling very lucky on that front. So, all right, love you guys. Have a great day. And tomorrow, let's make a lot of money.